It's time to return to Orion High School. I mean Middle Earth. Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim has a pretty simple story. One king comes to another, asking for his daughter's hand in marriage in order to join the two unions. But then the king of the Rohirrim says,
"Catch me outside, how about
and
that?"
then all of a sudden turns into freaking One Punch Man and kills the other king, which leaves his son very upset. And so then he somehow decides the best course of action is to banish the son. So then Wolf, the son, goes on a revenge quest to kill the father, and Helen stands in the way. Now, knowing that this was a big budget anime movie, I wanted to see it in IMAX, and I was so disappointed. Not only does the animation style not match that sort of epic feel you want from a Lord of the Rings movie, it's really hit or miss. Sub-segments look incredibly cheap, like the fact that it looks like they used Google Earth for the opening sequence. Shit you not, that's what it looks like. While other sequences generally look great, but overall the experience from the visual side just was incredibly lacking for me. But I won't say that from the audio standpoint. The sound design was actually phenomenal, and I really enjoyed how every punch felt so crisp. And that world of Middle-earth really came alive every time they played that original score. The voice performances themselves were really good. Brian Cox brings this sort of bravado to it. And I really liked the guy who played Wolf. That's where the positives end for me. This is your pretty standard run-of-the-mill revenge melodrama plot, but it loses the complexity that you can have with that. Me and my friend were bored out of our minds as this movie kind of just kept going and going and going. The big finale of this movie is really just ripping off Two Towers' Helm's Deep sequence and doing it in a way less cool and more cheesy fashion. The other thing I would say is that this doesn't feel connected really at all to Lord of the Rings. It isn't until the final minutes of the movie that they start to jam in these cameos, being like, hey guys, look, it is Lord of the Rings. See, look, there's Gandalf, and there's Saruman, and please like our movie.
Throw it in the fire!
So at the end of the day, you can really kind of tell that this was a movie just made to keep the rights. So this one's entirely skippable. And on my scale, it's not good. Maybe if you're a Lord of the Rings super fan, or you really want this hammer for whatever reason, I would just say, go see Craven, you'll have more fun. I never thought I'd say that. What's going on?